Morphling. They had so many different avenues they could have taken. They took the Morphling one. Let's see.
It's
on
a good
Arteezy.
avenue. It's a good avenue.
Yeah.
I like it. We'll move into it. Shopify Rebellion against Thiuth Gaming. There is going to be a fight to break out very early on. High fives going around right now by Shopify, but Thiuth, they want to interrupt straight away. Napkin, however, that's a lot of damage being taken, sir. Not like this. Love, you'll try to run. The chase is on. I mean, Shopify Rebellion, it was basically a present for them. It was a gift.
What's up with NA and all these first bloods in the first minute?
I don't know. I don't know. I appreciate it, though.
I appreciate it as well. I love it. The more, the merrier. I wish they clash again.
Well, I mean, a great start again. Shopify Rebellion 1-0 already. Bounty Run should go 2-2, but Shopify, they are getting a little bit aggressive. Arbed, he's going to move into that bottom side. Bounty Run will be taken by Arbed as well, even though he does get stunned. Of course, does have very fast hands, does manage to sneak the bounty away. Still a 2-for-2 in the air.
Speaking of first bloods that come at like minute 0 or something, do you remember maybe, just maybe, long time ago, I'm not sure if it was Bignum or if it was Green. It was an official game and he clipped his whole team with a snowball.
I think I do remember.
Do you remember that? I don't know why it came to my mind, but it's probably one of the best things that happened in this game.
Those are great memories indeed. Because we're having a look at this mid lane right now. Arbed going to be up against S, the Leshrac versus Mars matchup. What do you think about this, Lizard? Who should have the advantage based off the hero matchup going into this mid lane?
I mean, I feel like Lash shouldn't be that contested when it comes to last hitting. When it comes to this lane, right? It is a Lash after all. Mars can always skill Bulwark, right, versus range heroes. Like, that's what you can do in the off lane at least, but in the mid lane, I'm not sure if it's that viable. Like, you actually need to go for as much farm and as much damage as possible.
Bottom lane, Arteezy. Fly going to be there against 9 and Napkin. The Raze, a tiny matchup against the Morphling and the Phoenix. Like, do you have much kill potential here against Arteezy?
I feel like he needs to be out of position. Like, he really needs to make a mistake for him to die here, and I would say the same for Phoenix even. Because think about it, like, both of these heroes have mobility, right? And you're playing into a Razor. Like, all he can do is link up to you, steal as much damage as possible, right? But if you have these mobility spells, that shouldn't be possible.
Certainly shouldn't. Of course, maybe we have a look at that top lane as well while we're at it. We do have a quick pause going on. Lamey and Love going to be against Saberlight and Crit. Another one of those lanes where it feels like it's a little bit passive from Shopify Rebellion's end, but at the same time, does the Troll and Treant scare you if you're Saberlight and Crit right now?
I think this one depends on the creep as well. Like, if the Doom gets a really nice creep, you can dominate the lane. And look at the wards, look at the sentries. Like, they're actually dire, they're blocking it. They just don't want this Doom to have a good creep.
Well, what is the optimal creep, do you think, in this situation?
The best one would be the Harpy.
Right.
Probably. You get the Harpy and you just spam the Troll. It's obnoxious.
Yeah. Obnoxious to say the least. Still, Crit going for a bit of a rotation. Like you said, they do block off the camps. They don't want to give any kind of opportunity for Saberlight to try and make that happen. Of course, you know, pretty slow kind of start here. We did have a quick pause there, so, you know, it does tend to happen. Apart from that, I don't expect too much aggression from the side lanes whatsoever, right? Like, it feels like both these side lanes are probably going to be quite passive, both sides just wanting to farm up. Maybe the mid lane, I suppose, is where you see some action break out between the Mars and Lesh, but even then, chances are they're probably just going to sit back and relax. Kind of hard for S to stay near Arbed, considering he's always going to have the spear up and available.
Just push him away every time he approaches.
Absolutely. Speaking of, by the way, I'm not sure if you know, but we did have our betting odds by esportsbets.io. The betting odds were quite ridiculous. I mean, I know that Shopify Rebellion are the favorites going into this.
How much, though?
1.05 for Shopify compared to the 7.94 of Thiuth. I mean, that's quite high odds.
Yeah, I feel like that's high. $8 on a dollar sounds high.
It's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
You'd be pretty happy if Thiuth won right now, I'll tell you that. We'll see what happens. I mean, they're certainly into it right now. I mean, less than 1k net worth lead for Shopify Rebellion. Again, just a bit of a farming game breaking out. Looks like the mid lane going very well for this Leshrac at the moment. Even our Troll Warlord seems to be farming just fine, and I suppose it's the thing, right? Like, passive lanes seem to favor Thiuth right now. Like, it's exactly what they want. Just give that early start to the Troll Warlord. So it looks like we are going to have a bit of a jump in onto this Razor Napkin. In a bit of danger, popping a fair bit of damage here, but Arteezy not going to be able to keep up with the Fire Spirits. Fly with the last tick has enough damage to take him out.
I thought he was fine even. Damn. They actually do manage to take him down. It's the level 2 Fire Spirits. Like, the damage increase is doubled, and that's where you can really fill in the ticks. It's crazy how stronger Phoenix was back in the day even. Like, when you think about it, these are the nerfed Fire Spirits.
Yeah. Those are the good old days when Phoenix really just destroyed people in lane. It's amazing. Oh, what can we do? It's gone now. Still, I mean, like you said, it's still very potent here. Flying level 3 looking very, very strong with these Fire Spirits. Kind of a struggle now for Napkin and 9, right? Like, with this Razor, it feels like you kind of want to play aggressive in this lane, but we kind of talked about the fact that they have so much mobility on the side of Shopify Rebellion, you can't really abuse that side of clean. It just feels like the bottom lane for Thiuth is just kind of waste.
Pretty much. Like, you want to be dominating with a Razor on the offlane, right? Like, you want to be pressuring the enemy carry. Morphling is one of the best carries versus Razor. Not only in the lane, but post the laning stage. You just morph into him, you link him up as he's linking you, you don't lose any damage. Or, like the panel talked about, you could just link the troll. Then it's even worse, because if he ults, he can't escape.
Napkin, he might be in danger again. They'll try to at least find Fly, but the damage is flying out onto this Razor. Meanwhile, Love does drop top lane. Napkin, he is barely going to survive thanks to the raindrops. But my god, this lane is just not getting any easier. Shopify Rebellion continuing the aggression, and well, for now, they're 3-0. The Thiuth have not picked up a kill across the map.
And think about it, he bought the raindrop and it's already gone. Like, he just got it. It's on 1 charge left, so...
That's a feels bad.
It was a good raindrop, though. It did save him quite a few times, so...
And now it's gone.
And now it's gone.
It happens.
Yep.
9. We have a bit of a rotation to the mid lane. We are approaching that 6-minute mark, so we are going to have those power runes spawning up. See, very important, especially for Esk on that Leshrac, really wanting to bottle that up. Get aggressive with it if you get the right rune.
Get all the heroes converging on the mid lane.
There's a lot. Love, he's going to get caught out here by Arbet and Crit. Trying to slow them down, but they do have the arena up, so Arbet can just lock him down in that tree, and it should be a nice, easy kill here for Arbet on that Mars. Fly, he might drop, and eventually will. Esk able to pick up the kill, be more than happy with that. Who took the power rune? It was 9.
It was 9, yeah. Fly, I believe he tried to dive over it and steal it. Or just move in position to steal it. It didn't work. It was also a really good room for Tiny haste, so he was able to just chase him down, blow him up together with Lash.
Very nice indeed. At the very least, S doesn't get that haste, but like you said, Tiny loves it just as much. So Shopify 4-1. It just feels like everything's gone their way. Mind you, I say that Lamey is farming extremely well right now. 48-3 in terms of CS. It feels like at the very least this troll is having a very free game thus far. Do you think Shopify are worried about that whatsoever? Like, is that a big concern for them?
Well, it's not a huge concern, but if the enemy carry is free farming, it never feels that great.
Fair.
It's kind of something that they could have expected, because you are playing Doom into the troll, so that lane on its own should be troll favored, unless you, like we mentioned earlier, unless you get a really, really good creep. Which he didn't, he got like a mana creep, so the mana burn.
Yeah, it used to be a great creep, that one. It's amazing when it was, but not so much anymore. Bottom lane, Napkin still having a bit of a rough time here on this Razor, just not able to get close. Fly's just constantly there with the Fire Spirits to bully him away, and again, this Razor just hasn't had the impact he would have liked in this laning stage. Very, very slow start for him, and Arteezy is more than happy to just keep that farm going on the morph. Meanwhile, mid lane, now this is a big one. S gets caught out by Abed. Does he have the help in time? He's going to try and survive through it. The Avalanche is going to be there, but they've got the damage follow-up. Abed, he got tossed up, but 9...
Trolls here.
He doesn't have the damage. Still Lamey shows up, but a nice spear away from Abed. He'll take the double damage rune away from Lamey, and that's going to be enough. Abed's just perfectly fine. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Arteezy just chasing down Napkin, looking for a kill. One hit away, but won't go for it. He'll leave him be.
Yeah, that spear really helped out. And bottom lane is a problem for Razor because you can no longer even solo versus the Morphling, right? He is the one, the safe lane carry, and he is the one bullying you out of the lane. So it's not a good feeling as an offlaner. Especially on offlaners such as Razor. Like, you have these Razors and Dead Prophets and Vipers, you know, Dragonite perhaps as well is one of them. You really want to be winning the lane, you want to be dominating. That's the only way that you become a significant threat in the mid game.
Ooh, absolutely, I agree with that. The Abed kind of missing a spear there onto 9, a bit of an awkward moment, maybe just looking for that angle, but doesn't quite connect. So they do find the bounty rune at the very least, so they get something for their trouble, but that's about it.
Yeah, they try to go bot as well. Lesh, actually they're trying again. Lesh is still around, he didn't leave. He tried to use Split Earth from the trees. If you do manage to hit Split Earth, then you can maybe even kill the Morphling, but the fog gave him away. He wasn't in Fog of War anymore.
And now the rotations are coming. Shopify, they know the Lesh is around. More TP's in. They'll bring the Tiny, so 9 will join. Fill up the bottle of Esk. Give him a bit of a reset going into this fight. They're going to be around there with Abed, but it seems like they've given up on that bottom attempt. So they might be able to make their way into the Dire Triangle, but they'll leave that be as well. Is they're trying to opt to go for the Power Rune, and there will be a nice Arcane Rune there for Abed. Meanwhile, bottom lane, who have they got? Arteezy dropping very, very low, but strength morphing his way? No, it's not going to be enough. He will drop. That's a massive kill for the side of Thiuth. His fly, he shows up. Will be able to Igorish dive away, but 9's on the chase. He'd love an Avalanche toss combo. Problem is he doesn't have the Avalanche, but he does have the toss. So he tosses Esk in. A great Split Earth out, and Fly is going to drop as well. So suddenly Thiuth showing signs of life in this game, number 1, as they do take 2 kills away. And most importantly, they find Arteezy.
Yeah, really nicely done by them. They don't take the tower, not yet at least, as Arteezy has TP'd back in. Maybe Lash will just edict it down, yeah.
Abed, he's going to rotate. Long TP though, not going to quite make it there in time, but you do have more help incoming. Still 9. Going to cut the way off, so Abed can't catch anyone with that arena. It's like 9 going to be just fine as well.
Yeah, they really wanted to just defend this tier 1 on bot lane. So, a nice little TP by Abed. Also at the same time, top lane is defended by 3, and something that we didn't talk about, Love is just chilling on the top lane. He has his living armor, he uses it in every fight and just defends top.
Easy life here for Love. He's just going to stick around here forever, keep that tier 1 tower healthy. His team will be happy with him for that. You're buying plenty of time as well, like you've got S just farming the Dire Jungle. Again, we talked about the Troll Warlord, but Lamey's been having a pretty darn good time going into that Battle Fury build-up. That's the thing with the Troll Warlord as well, like, is Battle Fury the way you kind of have to go right now with this kind of character?
Well, let's just put it this way, I didn't see anyone go do anything different in a really long time.
There you go, that answers the question. Mid lane, Fly, he's going to drop. 9, able to secure a very nice kill there onto the Tiny. And another haste room being caught out, but Abed is going to snipe it away. Very cheeky snipe there from Abed as 9. He's trying to give it over to S. Not able to do so, however.
Yeah, it happens very often. You try to save it for someone. Because of that, the enemy core is there in time. And he's the one that ends up having the rune.
Absolutely. Wonder what they try and go for here, like on the side of Thiuth and Shopify Rebellion, what the objectives are, right? Like, neither side has found any tier 1 towers yet. It's kind of expected for Shopify to struggle because you are against the Treant. But on the side of Thiuth, they haven't been too aggressive in trying to find those tier 1s either. Apart from maybe that bot tier 1, but it was well defended by Shopify, and Well, speaking of the Devils, they are now smoked up. Abed and Fly going to rotate up towards the top side. Love and Esk, they'll be around with the rest of the team. Maybe preempting a team fight. Saberlight, he might be baiting them in. Overgrowth is there. He does have his team around, and Abed, he's going to jump in onto the left rack immediately. Egg being dropped as well, but it's going to be bursted down by Lamy. He just pops the battle trap still. They do at least find Esk, and now Crit comes in. A great avalanche out. Saberlight finds a double, and Lamy is not out of danger yet either. He'll get speared up. Can they get some follow-up to this? Not quite. Lamy, he should be just fine. Or is he? They continue to poke and prod at the Troll Warlord, but eventually he will walk away.
Yeah, there was an avalanche on Rubik, so he wanted to continue pursuing, but it just isn't enough to kill the Troll. He's very big. Also, the egg was... not sure. Like, Fly, he knows what he's doing. He's one of those position 5s that has played Phoenix. I don't know how many times anymore. So many patches with so many different teams he's been playing the Phoenix. But that egg maybe should have been out of the arena. He plants it into the arena, he instantly gets focused by the Troll and the Lash.
Arteezy may get caught. Esk, find him out. Strength Morph is there immediately. Arteezy, he'll put the hand up. In the meantime, the mid-tier 1 tower is dropping, so it's a bit of space being made by the Morphling. They'll try to heal it up with that living armor. Rotation in from 9 as well to try and slow down the push, and they are forcing Thiuth to rotate all together as a team. And that they will, making sure that tier 1 does not go down. He's buying a lot of space for the rest of Shopify Rebellion to just keep that farm going. Like, you look at Saberlight's net worth right now, he's just so well and truly ahead of everyone else, and that's going to be a huge issue. He's almost at his blink, and he has his full BKB up.
Yeah, it's the classic gameplay of Doom in this patch. By the way, Doom in the Chinese region, if something hasn't changed, which I don't think so, still has 0% win rate. With I don't know how many games even, like maybe one of the most picked heroes with the lowest win rate.
There you go. Fun fact from Listen.
I wonder if NA will be similar.
We'll find out after this game. I mean, Saberlight's having a very good start for now at the very least. Thiuth, well, they've got to try and find a way to defend this mid-tier 1 tower, but the whole of Shopify Rebellion around. Love, he's going to be alright, but a great arena out from Abed. He's going to find 2 of them. There's the egg out. They are completely trapped up on the side of Thiuth, and there is no way out of this one. They'll find 2 of them.
Bottom lane.
Bottom lane, however, they do find Arteezy. Is that a decent trade for Thiuth?
I think so. Just killing off Arteezy. If you look at Shopify, like Arteezy is their carry, the true carry. Everyone else is more or less a sidekick. So killing him over and over and slowing him down definitely should pay dividends, but the problem is the rest of his team is becoming rich as well. And eventually they will hit that threshold in which they'll playmake so much that you won't even be able to hunt down Morphling anymore.
That's fair. Love. He caught out Saberlight, he'll make the jump in. There is going to be a Razor, but an immediate Doom out, and now the Overgrowth trying to slow them down, but Saberlight, he had the BKB up. Even Abed there to follow up onto that Razor. They'll toss him into the loving arms of Lamy, and Abed, he's way too far forward now. He may just drop, but he does at least find Napkin before he does go down. You also lose Saberlight in all of this. Yes. Maybe a very confident play made by Shopify Rebellion.
Yep, definitely. When you see that they're chasing, when you see that Doom is going up ground as well, like uphill, without any vision, just because he knows that he doomed Razor, it's definitely overconfident play.
And now suddenly Thiuth, they've got a free tier 1 tower to take down. Be very, very happy with that. They'll open up the map for themselves, and it's still a 5k advantage the way of Shopify Rebellion, but you know, a couple more of those team fights, you might find the net worth swinging the other way. Thiuth, I mean, with this Troll, he's going to escalate quite quickly.
It's 5k advantage, but remember, with the Midas Doom, so he's sitting on, what, 2k more net worth almost than the enemy carry.
Pretty much. It's almost like that Alchemist argument, right? Like, it's not enough.
Yeah, yeah. For sure. It always feels like you can get that one extra item on Doom, but that's mostly because you actually can. The hero is made for farming gold.
Absolutely. The high triangle now occupied by Shopify Rebellion. Mid lane, Esk. He's being chased down, Arbor trying to get within range, but can't see the Leshrac. That's going to be just fine.
Some of these tier 1 towers are so good. Like, Lesh finds a Fairy's Trinket, Mars finds a Tumbler's Toy, Morphling a Possessed Mask. Like,
too good.
Just really, really good items on tier 1.
Certainly are. Mid lane, Crit messing around here with 9. Does take the Avalanche once again. Seems like it's a priority for him to have that spell up. Meanwhile, rotations from Shopify down towards the bottom side, but they won't find anyone. Arteezy, he'll get stunned up. He did not get the strength morph in time, and he is going to drop again. Perfect setup there from Esk. That's going to feel bad for the Morphling. Bottom.
A little iffy
Middle tower is
from Arteezy, definitely.
It's not having a great time at all in the Morph now. 1, 3, and 2.
Something like a repeat of the last game, where last series, I believe, which they did well in the lane, but post lane wasn't easy.
Well, mute up the troll down at bot lane. He does cop the Doom, but he got the battle trance off here. Bet he's going to put the shield up, so he's happy to just tank through all this damage. But that's a lot of damage stacking up now with the cleave as well. Bet he is going to drop. They might at least find Lamey. In fact, maybe not, but no. Fly, he does save the day. He'll find the Troll Warlord. 9's even melting to the damage of Fly. Look at this, man. He'll just carry the team himself on this +5 Phoenix, but eventually he's got to drop, and he will. It's a Thiuth. I mean, they lose the Troll, but they'll find 2 for their trouble. And it just seems like they're slowly setting a tempo on their side of things.
Would they get Tiny in the end? Yeah, that's a nice little high ground war there that they had. Yeah, they lose the Tiny right now and the Troll. The trade is kind of even, I would say, in the end.
Certainly so.
The only big positive for Thiuth is the fact that they have no big ultis. Huge ultis, at least. And they forced a couple of really big ones from Shopify. The Arena was used, the Egg was used, Doom was used. If you could take a fight right now, maybe, that wouldn't be that bad for Dire.
It certainly doesn't feel that way, Thiuth. I mean, maybe they group up, maybe they get a smoke going. Now they're just happy to keep that farm going. And Shopify. They just get back to the farming game themselves. Obviously, a few unfortunate kills there onto Arteezy, and just be sticking a hit in the creeps for now. The Shopify Rebellion, just making sure they kind of just scout out the map, that top side, make sure it is safe. Of course, they are hanging around the bottom side of the map right now, just not necessarily wanting to take a team fight at the moment. Just happy with the way this game's gone. Still a 5k advantage going the way of Shopify Rebellion, but it's just perfectly fine for them. Problem is, though, Roshan has started. And it does feel like Thiuth doesn't want to give this for free.
Do you think they will even know?
I don't think so.
I feel like they'll be completely oblivious until it's too late.
It seems like you're right here, Lizard.
As it usually is, right? Like, you just don't notice until, oh, look, no one is on the map. You hover above Rosh to ping it, and then you're like, damn.
And it's gone.
Yeah. You get that Roshan has fallen, and that's about it.
And now bottom lane, they might get a team fight on top of it if they're not too careful. Thiuth, they are trying to back their way out. Definitely not a fight they want at the moment, and it's going to feel a little bit bad, right? Like, just giving Roshan away for free like that. Like, yeah, you didn't know about it, but considering the fact that you've won the last couple team fights...
Yeah, it feels bad just because you won a couple of team fights and, you know, it was going well for you. But at the same time, it's not the end of the world. You know, it happens. You lose Rosh from time to time. You don't protect it properly, you don't scout it. Yeah, but
it does feel like now you've got to try and maybe just avoid a team fight with Shopify, or I suppose for Arteezy, he's got the Aegis up, but it's probably going to be more of a farming Aegis, right? Just stay away from trouble, don't get involved too much, just get that farm going and catch up a little bit.
Well, he's not that weak, to be honest. With Falcon Blade and Manta, like, He can dish out some damage in fights. He's not in a rush, 100%. He could continue just farming, but he could join a couple of these fights.
Saberlight might be fighting very, very soon. Lamy and Love gonna move in. Battle Trance popped immediately. Saberlight, he's gonna pop his BKB preemptively with the Doom out. Abed, he's gonna try and save the day, but he's a little bit too late to the party. They've already lost Saberlight, and this troll is still a massive, massive issue. Even with the Doom, it is about to wear off very soon, but never mind. Artesian Fly, they move in and get the job done. Still a decent trade for the side of Shopify. Love, he's gonna be fine to make his way up.
Such a good nickname for a Treant player. Love. You know, you're just sitting somewhere spreading love across the map.
I wouldn't call it love, Lizard. I feel
Living
like
armor?
it's very toxic.
Living armor.
Well, what's good about delaying a game?
But how is it toxic? It's literally healing. It has healing properties.
So how is all techies toxic?
Well,
Yeah.
techies don't have healing properties.
Love is gonna drop. There's your love, Lizard. Fly's got my back. He'll
Very
take
sad.
him out.
Very sad. I was cheering for my boy stuck in the trees.
Not anymore. No more trees for him. Bottom lane, I mean, they might just force a push here. Like, Crit's already setting up with the push. Fly's there. Arteezy, he's not looking too healthy in HB, but he may not mind. We'll see if he wants to. For now, he'll go into that dire triangle, get that farm going once again. Still a 7k advantage for Shopify Rebellion. They haven't got too much to worry about. With 2.5 minutes on the Aegis left, do they force a fight?
That was hilarious. Good job.
They could. I believe that they could. What are they waiting for? Like, Morphling has a Skadi queued up, so he's not gonna get there anytime soon. They've got no egg, though, and that's a big one. So for the next 60 seconds, you might wait for that instead.
Looks like they just may. Thiuth not looking for a fight at all, though they are grouped up, maybe expecting one to come their way.
It's interesting because Shopify is also expecting the same thing. If you look at Mars and how he's positioned himself, they're actually expecting the smoke to come from the other team. And I believe they're right. I believe Shopify is right. Like, there should be a smoke happening right now because Aegis is still not reclaimed, so they'll be playing a little bit cockier. And no ultis were present. Like, you didn't have Doom, you didn't have Egg. It could have been the right time to smoke up.
Dire's bottom tower
Now they've missed that opportunity. Egg's going to be up in 10, Arena's up, everything's available basically. Just the Egg we're waiting on, but Thiuth just a little bit hesitant and it might cost them because now Shopify, it looks like they're ready to maybe smoke up and go for a fight themselves. And there it is, a 5-man smoke through the mid lane. Abed Hill frontline for the team. Escor's showing in the mid lane on that creep wave, so they know where they are right now. Ward's being placed preemptively on the low ground. Thiuth, they'll hold the high ground of that dire triangle underneath their own vision. Just prep for the team fight. They seem to have read the movement very well. But Shopify Rebellion understanding. They've probably got the vision on that high ground. Not going to try and move in for a team fight for now. They'll find a better moment later on. Aegis is going to expire in 15 seconds anyway, so it's probably not going to be great timing for them. And so both teams kind of just avoid the team fight altogether.
Is there something big that you're waiting for, MOP?
Of course I was. I'm always waiting
What?
for a big team fight, Lizard. I'm always waiting for it. Never happens when I want it, though. Big
It
smoke,
surprises you. Yeah.
Here we are. Abed.
Dire's
They get caught. Jump in. Avalanche is there. Tosses up the Mars. He does have his BKB.
Will he turn?
No. No, he will not.
Apparently not. Like, they had an egg. They definitely could have turned there, but no BKB and you're still on 50% HP. So one of the things that really good teams do is they never risk, I mean, not really good, just good teams. They don't risk it if it's not necessary, right? Like, if you don't have an advantage, why take a fight? Unless you're really down under and you need to surprise the enemy team. Why take a fight if you don't have everything that you could have in your arsenal at that point?
Oh, yeah, that's absolutely fair. No need to do it. No need to force anything. So, top lane, well, they might force this. I mean, Esk is a big target, but looks like they don't have the confidence to try and force the Leshrac kill for now. Shopify, again, going to be very, very patient.
Yeah, killing that Lash isn't easy. He's got Blink, VKB.
Certainly going to be a very, very difficult task. Arbed still hanging around that dire jungle, but not finding a target he would like. In Shopify, they still seem to be grouping up as 5 almost. Though Arteezy, he will go back to his own triangle, but they are headed up towards that top lane. Thiuth, just interested in defending, of course, right now. Not interested in trying to force a fight whatsoever.
Yeah, when you have your Treant Protector, it's kind of easier, right? Like you mentioned it earlier, you called it toxic. I call it healing, you know. Healing the wounds that the world of Dota has made.
I hate this hero so much. I really do. I hate this Treant hero. It's just... There shouldn't be a hero that's allowed to stand in the trees and just press towers. I just don't like it. It doesn't make any sense to me. If we're going to change techies, let's change this garbage hero too.
Change the tree and play. But what's my brother that never plays Dota gonna play then? You know, it's a hero. You know what? Arguably, it's not a hero for people that aren't that good in Dota. It's for those people that are big nerds.
That's right.
You know?
Absolutely right. Crit does break a smoke there onto Napkin, but he doesn't realize he saw the Rubik. Well, he didn't really see him. He was within that fog. Nine's going to move in. Still not seeing Crit.
Yeah.
They can't catch him. Grasp is there, but it's not enough. He'll just lift his way back away. Crit's fine. It's not catching a break whatsoever.
Yeah, nighttime. Didn't really have that much vision. So he was just able to kind of walk past them.
And now down towards the bot lane of Shopify Rebellion, they know they can force a fight. Lamey's basically here on his own. You've got 9 around, but that's not going to help too much. He does pop his battle trance for Saberlight. He'll get the Doom off in time, and here comes the cavalry. Arteezy right to work onto the troll. The bash is there, however. Arteezy going to step back for a moment. There's your egg out there, perfectly placed in the middle of the arena. They have got Saberlight, but it won't matter. They have got Lamey down to Esk. He's going to try and keep the fight going on his home, but it's not looking too good for him. So he should just drop, and eventually he will to Arteezy. They do at least get Arbed on that Mars, but now Arteezy, he can get right to work. Love, he is surely going to drop. They do get the overgrowth locked in time, but Arteezy, he's just unkillable at the moment. His Napkin, he'll static link, but that's about all he can do on this Razor. Just right to work, avalanche toss combination, keep the chase going. Napkin's still trying. Arteezy's fine, however. He'll just pop the mantra and walk away. It's a full team wipe for the side of Shopify Rebellion.
Yeah, suddenly you're 11k ahead now, and I just love Napkin. He tried so hard, got so far.
But in the end?
It did matter. You know, in Dota it matters. You're gonna be on some trivia, like how much damage do you think he did, or whatever, in the first 30 minutes.
Are you one of those guys that check your stats after the game?
No.
Is that what you do?
Oh, I do.
Oh.
I do.
I don't. I just move on to my next game.
Like my stats, I do, of course. But when I'm streaming, I only check them if they're good. And I know that they're good. If they're bad, there's no reason to check, right?
Absolutely not.
If they're good, I open them. I pretend I'm talking about items, you know, or something like that. Talk about damage dealt, whatever. Meanwhile, all I want is my stats to be seen.
Smoke up, Arbed again trying to go for a power rune. The arcane is there. Somehow Arbed's still alive, going to get the arena down in time, but they aren't going to try and follow up off this. They are missing the Mars now. Thiuth, they're actually backing off here. Arteezy, he's the one moving forward. Look at the damage Arteezy's dealing. He takes down 1 and 9. He'll go after Saberlight, or rather Esk. They both drop. Arteezy, he'll just keep going. It's going to be a triple kill for the Morphling.
I don't even know how they're managing to turn these fights so convincingly. Like, everything was used, and it looked like Dire had the upper hand. You overextend just a tiny little bit versus a team such as Shopify Rebellion, and they just completely punish you for it.
He literally just waveformed into the 5 of them.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm going.
And it didn't matter because he had follow-up. Like, they're all on the same page. Phoenix follows up, uses that tag, uses Sunray, heals the Morphling up. Also,
now you've got the Ags up as well on the Morph, and well, this is where things start to get very tough if you are Thiuth. I mean, sure, you had a great time on your troll farming up, but Lamey, like, he always manages to find Saberlight, but as long as Saberlight gets the Doom off, it seems like he's more than happy with that trade, and well, Arteezy is the hard carry now. Like, Saberlight, he might be highest net worth, but he only has one job in these team fights.
yeah, pretty much. That's just jump on someone, doom them, and that's pretty much it. Very interesting creep he's carrying. He's carrying the break creep.
You don't see that too often.
I don't see that ever almost.
Bot lane, here we go again. Abed gonna try and run. Lamey chasing him down, but Abed's a tanky boy. In comes Arteezy. They'll toss him up, but they've got the troll. That's the big one you want. Lamey knows he can't survive through this and will drop and in fact crit. He even has overgrowth up. He'll lift up into the ult and eventually they'll take down another. Another double kill for the Morphling. Things are really starting to fall apart now for Thiuth.
I have to say, I love every meta that has Rubik in it.
Rubik is fun.
Yeah, the hero is just fun. Tree, on the other hand, please tell me how you feel about the tree.
Doom top lane, I can tell you how I feel about this, because it's looking pretty rough for him right now, Lizard. He's probably just going to die. And will. Crit will pick up that one, in fact, Crit. He's got the Pulse Nova. He'll just keep going after Love. This is the kind of sight I love to see in Dota 2. Get rid of this Treant Protector. Love, he's going to try to run, but Overgrowth is taken once again by Crit. It's like, sure, walk back to your fountain. You can survive. I just wanted the spell anyway.
Just use the spell. You know, hit him until he's forced to use the spell.
Arteezy.
And steal it.
Avalanche Toss, not going to be anywhere near enough. And look at the damage. Napkin, run, sir, run. The Tiny, he's gone as well. 9, no chance of survival. Love's gone to boot. They're onto the tier 3 bottom tower.
This isn't cold territory though, right? Like, I don't think so. I think they continue playing. You still have 2 more sides, 2 more tier 2s, even if they take one.
I mean, you've got to keep playing. The game is certainly not over, but it's just such a difficult position. Like, how would you come back from this, Lizard? Again, I ask you the question. If you were coaching this team...
You always put me in the worst positions.
I have to.
Why don't you ask me, like, what would you do if you were Shopify Rebellion right now? Well, that's an easier answer. Hit some barracks. Fight again, kill them because you have, what, 25k advantage. What do you do if you're Darius? I don't know. You try your best. You try your best to outplay them in some team fight. You wait for a mistake. If a mistake happens, maybe you come back. But if it doesn't, you just lose. And that's it.
Oh, top lane. Battle Trance is there. Saberlight, again, just going to pop the Doom immediately. They do take him down, though. A nice setup here from the Troll, but in comes the Cavalry once again. Shopify, slowly making their way over. They have got the backup, though.
Radiant are scanning.
So the pincer move here. Arteezy going to find the Troll. Immediate waveform forward. Lamey, he just can't survive. Without the Battle Trance up, it's just such an easy kill for him to take. So you find Saberlight. He just doesn't care. He's happy to trade every single time.
Pretty much. You jump in, you doom, you die, but you get a kill on that troll. And every single time it's so alright for him. They do have multiple cores though. It's not like... Okay, Troll is probably the one that scales the best, but they do have Razor, they do have Leshrac. Like, even if Troll is dying all the time, they could adjust to that and just switch it up a little bit. Give that farm priority to Razor.
I appreciate your optimism, Lizard. I appreciate it very much.
You asked me. You asked me. You put me into this position.
Mid tier 3
That
tower.
was fine being realistic, but...
Arena down bot lane. Who have they got? It's going to be Esk on the Leshrac.
Ahmed has a refresher orb.
He
That's
does.
Our dear observer friends is just showing.
And they go again. Arteezy. He'll get to work onto the mid tier 3 tower. Yeah, nothing to really stop him here. It's just very hard to contest the Morphling at this point. And it just seems like at this point, you've got a tier 2 top tower, so you can't really get Megas at the moment. Never mind that though, Arteezy and Arbet moving in. They're going to find the Razor, and there is going to be a pause to come out as Saberlight is having mouse issues. Very awkward timing to have mouse issues, but you know, what can you do? It happens.
If it happened, it happened. I love how no one is answering anything from Dyer, just some...
And when there's the go-ahead, so mid-racks will go down. Top tier 2 still up. Do you go for the top lane? Do you just go for tier 4 towers?
They probably go for top if they want to be more disciplined, but realistically, I think it's time for tier 4s for the throne.
That's exactly what they'll do. Arteezy, he'll move in. No GG core coming out quite yet. They're probably going to try and force one more team fight, but Shopify Rebellion having absolutely none of it. Second tier 4 tower going down. They'll make the jump in with the battle trance. They'll try one more time. Overgrowth is out though. Crit locks them down underneath the egg with the Sun Ray, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's got to be it.
It's always like that. You go for that one last move, right? Like you try your best. If it works, it works. But you could see that they are even jumping the Phoenix and they can't take him down. Like it's a position that you get yourself.